How's it going? So, I'm so bouncy. Today I promised to give you a live stream and I wanted to make it really cool and really interactive, but I realized I don't have proper lighting in this place. All around me it's tanks and they have their own specific LED lighting, so I really like to optimize my thing. I really need like a giant ring light or something like that. So I did pass the order today. I will receive it either this week or the next week, so that's when I'll start doing my live streams. For now, I have this tiny little thing I put around my phone in order for me to make somewhat of a proper video for you. So yeah, today I want to make a video about how I became a mermaid. No, not really. I just want to like make this video about how I got into the fish hobby, how I start owning fish and things like that. And I also want you in the comments to share your stories, how you got into the fish hobby. It's not so much of a hobby that is an obsession after a little while, but you know, you get one tank, you get a second tank, and it's like chips. You just keep eating them and getting more. That's kind of how it happened for me. So, as a kid, I was an only child, right? So, it was compensated by pets. And the easiest pet to give to your child is give them a goldfish. So, that's very generic, right? I got two little goldfish, a white one and a red one, in a bowl, like this big, when I was about 5 years old, I think. And that's it. I got so hooked after that. After that, I started getting betas and guppies, and like all of my childhood before the age of 10, I used to own small fish and small bowls. I know now that bowls are absolute trash for fish, I know it, but as a kid, that's what was given to me. But every time we would go to a pet store or like a dollar store, I'd keep asking, can I get a bigger bowl? Can I get a bigger bowl? Every time I'd upgraded my small bowl to a bigger bowl to a bigger bowl. At some point, my mom got me like a bowl this big. Yeah, so after we sized up the biggest bowl in the world, I got myself a bicycle at 10 and I started going myself to fish shops and fish stores. And that's when I got my first 10-gallon, 15-gallon, 30-gallon, like all of my teenage years. Little Isabella was there on her bicycle, going to every pet shop I could access in the area and getting fish and getting like bigger tanks. Like the biggest I had like in my youth was like a 30-gallon, and I think I had goldfish in there. I had guppies, I even had koi at some point, and then I kept asking myself, why are they jumping out all the time? And that's like before everything was like super like Googled. So back in the days, like there was no like, I think I used Yahoo or something like that back then. It wasn't even Google. I wasn't even at the Google level yet. So millennials, you're lucky you can Google it. So then I always wanted to work with fish. Basically my whole life was like not an obsession, but a very deep ingrained hobby. But in my 20s, I got certified as a personal trainer and nutrition specialist. So I did that up to the age of, well, wait, you're gonna know my age. So I did that for about 5 years, yeah? So I did that for 5 years, and during that time, I already had my own place and I had tanks, and I started building my own tanks. If you look through my videos like 6 years back, you'll notice there's a tank I named Frankenstein. And Frankenstein, basically, since I was alone living by myself, I couldn't bring a big tank by myself into my apartment. So I decided to buy 16 IKEA panels and just glue them all together with silicone and make Frankenstein. 16 panels of glass, all like silicone together. There was like a metal bracing around it, like it was like high tech. So yeah, I had Frankenstein in my apartment. Oh god, that tank, I'm not even sure what happened to it, because when I moved out, the girl that got it, she kept it for a while and she said there was a guy with a shark that bought it. So that's what happened, I guess, to Frankenstein. So after getting really into the hobby in my 20s, I just dropped personal training. I'm like, I'm gonna do what I love to do. And the thing is, my whole life I wanted to do what I'm doing right now, but there's not like a specific course you can take in order to know everything I know now. Like, you could go and become a marine biologist or like a freshwater specialist to like work in the fisheries, but I didn't want to work in the fisheries. I wanted to work with aquarium fish. So when I dropped my job as a personal trainer, I went and worked for a fish store, mostly a fish store. There was nothing else really in there. It was called Aquatic in Montreal. So anyone in Montreal probably knew of Aquatic. It was like the biggest thing back then. So like, I already knew about filters, I already knew about fish, I already knew about building it, but I needed to learn more about the saltwater, the big setups, the big skimmers, the big pumps, how to like join everything together, you know, connectors, bulkheads. I'm probably talking Chinese to half of you right now, but I needed to learn that. So I basically took it as a part-time job to learn how to do everything, like the big stuff. And I acquired a lot of knowledge there, actually. Thank you so much, all my colleagues that were there that helped me out. And I still have friends from there. Like, they're amazing people. Fish people are basic amazing people. I realize most of us are kind of like nerds and like quirky a bit, but it is what it is. If you're normal and you have a lot of fish, something's iffy. You gotta be a little weird to be into fish, like to the point of like having multiple tanks and stuff like that. If you're just starting out, I'm just gonna tell you, this will not end here. If you love your fish, you will end up with multiple tanks. You'll end up with multiple different fish because you always want more. So after I did 1 year of training work, I decided to open my company, and that's 6 years ago. So whoever's counting my age right now you got a big ass timeline, okay? So 6 years ago, I opened AquaZone Aquarium Service in Montreal, and I started with just a few clients. Like, I learned, but so much knowledge was acquired in the past 6 years. Like, I'm not saying I'm like an encyclopedia now, but every time a filter broke, I knew like kind of how to fix that. I Google how to fix it, trial, error, like everything, you know. And it was very exciting because every time I'd see a new fish, and then I'd Google it, I learned about it, and like I tried getting into fish breeding, so I acquired bigger and bigger tanks. So when I had my company already, so I learned a lot about like cichlids, and then a couple years back, I decided to get into saltwater. And that frightened me. Like, actually, saltwater frightened me before that, because I'm like, oh my god, everyone's saying it's so difficult, it's so touchy, like one thing goes off and your whole tank crashes. Kind of still like that, but it's not actually that hard if you do it like step by step. So I got into the saltwater, and now it's just walk in the park. So if you want to know how many tanks I own right now to this day, I got about 14 in my own fish place, gallery, I guess. And I have, if you watch my previous videos, like 2-3 years back, I had a bigger place, and I still have my 200-300 gallons in storage. So the moment I get something bigger, trust me, you're gonna see my 300 gallon setup. Actually, I had to sell my Frontosa colony because I no longer could keep that 300, but kind of tricked it because I kept all the fry of the last batch and their mom. So I kind of still have my colony at Frontosa. So the moment that I want that tank, I can put them right back into my 300. It's just there waiting. So that's pretty much how I ended in this hobby, and I love it. Wait, my heart is like weird. I love it. I love the fish hobby. I love what I do. And like, if earlier on in life I knew there was like a course or something like that, but trust me, I would have taken it. So yeah, let me know what got you into this hobby. Share it in the comments below. I want you guys to connect, like through the comments, to socialize, because like I said, we're a bit quirky people, a bit like strange, a bit nerdy. I know, like all my fish friends are a little bit nerdy, so I want you guys to connect and share your information, you know, share your fish passion. And I hope you have nice tanks and nice fish, and for anything, just ask me in the comments below. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and I promise you I'll make good live streams soon when I get proper ring light, when I get proper lighting, because right now I'm still recording with an iPhone 6s. I mean, it's a good phone, but with the lighting equipment I have around me, it's always kind of pixelated and grainy, and I don't like it at all. So, and I know that's why it's hard for you also to watch, but I'm slowly getting there. See, I'm good at my hobby, but this whole YouTube business, that's like for people that love computers, and I'm getting into it, you know. So give me some time to adapt to this whole thing, and I'll make more crisp, clear videos. I actually got a new camera. It's stay there, I'll show you. Hold on. Alright, see, I got this brand new camcorder, 4K. The reason I cannot record with it is because I don't have a proper tripod for it. I have a tripod, I have a ring light, but I got it. It's there. So I will start recording with this proper camera the moment I get the equipment that goes with it, because I tried holding it for my previous video. It was so heavy. My hand was going down. I'm like, this is way too shaky. So yeah, better things are on the way. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more of me, hit the like button, and hit the dislike button if you don't like me. It's okay. I don't get mad. Alright, bye.